James Warnes on this video review is going to be this wine from Crimson Ranch Chardonnay, California, 2018 vintage. Stay tuned and I'll tell you more about this wine. So I've had many an audience member out there ask me to produce more video reviews on less expensive wines. Some of the call-outs have been very specific, like wines under $20. And I have an opportunity to talk about 5 wines, Crimson Ranch, and one called Kaleidoscope. Each of these wines are going to, first of all, it's a Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon, and 2 red blends. And I think that's a great way of, bringing out these wines, talking about them. I'll put a hashtag down below. It'll say value price point wine. And I think that's a really good call out. I'm the only one that uses that particular tag right now. And I actually love the hashtags on YouTube. They work really, really well. So other people will adopt that over time. I have no doubt about that. But until now, I'm the only user. So you just click on that and you can see other value price point wines that I'm reviewing. I'll put all those under the same hashtag here. And I think that's really a great way of identifying those things, right? I know that I produce a lot of videos and a lot of people are out there saying, please, make it easier for me to find these videos. So I'm gonna put this in my playlist, these particular wines, as well as a hashtag. So you have several ways of finding out these really good price point wines. I'm gonna keep them under $20. That's what I'm gonna call you value price point. Often they're gonna be lower than that. And so I'll do whatever I can to find these wines. I'll still be talking about higher price wines as well. So it's a little bit of talking of good quality wines at different price points for different pocketbooks. I think there's a lot of people out there and people have said, look, I'm looking for a good Tuesday evening wine. I only want one glass. I'm gonna share it with my partner or my husband or wife. And I really want something that's gonna be very approachable, nice. And I don't have to worry about, did I spend too much for that particular bottle of wine? And this represents that opportunity. So I think for me, these wines also speak to me in terms of food and what I really want. So first of all, let me show you this wine and show you the label up close. So you're going to see that this is Crimson Ranch California Chardonnay. Back label for you to look at here. 13.5% ABV on the wine. I'm going to read a little bit of the copy in the back because I think it's important. The Michael Mondavi family is producing this wine, and I think it's great to hear a little statement from them. And I love to see what people say about their visions on wine. So what it said here is, past generations of our family counted among the scores of dreamers who use a crimson sky as their beacon, crossing the country west to California in search of opportunity, inspired by the pioneering spirit and the bountiful land that they worked. Integral to the state's winemaking heritage, we make Crimson Ranch as a tribute to those who followed the sun. And this really does speak to the Mondavi family. So when the Mondavi family originates, obviously from Italy, moving to Minnesota and then to California. And so, the family's still in this trade and still producing wines, right? So when I was in college, wines like this did not exist. You could not find a good quality wine at a good price point. It was either super cheap or really super expensive. So there was nothing in between, but maybe that was way too long ago. And so things have changed, right? And for the better. So this wine, to me, sings really nice characterization. And when I get a lower price point Chardonnay, I'm always thinking buttery oaky. I know a lot of people out there don't prefer a buttery oaky Chardonnay. I don't, but to me this gives some flavor, but also it's not going to be the buttery oaky bomb that I think a lot of California Chardonnays are identified as being and are not today. So this definitely has a flavor characteristic that it's going to be a little more on the, I would say the apple and pear notes, but I'll tell you about that after I taste it. But that's, my initial note when I wrote on this particular glass of wine here, this particular bottle of Chardonnay. So this wine is giving notes of Comus pear, which I love that note, as well as Granny Smith apple, a bit of almond note, honeysuckle, and moist stone. And next, the palate characterization. So this wine is rich and creamy in texture, and I like that it has a nice characteristic of apple and green pear, so that Comus note that comes through very nicely and richly, vividly, I'd say, as well as nutmeg and cardamom. So also this beautiful floral characterization. And so this wine is a 91 point wine out of 100 points, 13.5% ABV, $15 price point. You're gonna find this particular line at Total Wine & More. So I'll put more information on where you can find this wine at Total Wine & More. as well as questions and comments can be listed there. That's where I got this request to do more value price wines, as well as the like button's down there. So please hit that button. And also that's where the subscribe button is. So please hit that button as well. So you'll see hashtags down below my videos, and you can also follow that to other video discoveries you want to make. So again, I have 2,823 videos. So I also know it's hard to see all of them, but maybe you can always hone in through the playlist or through the hashtags. And if you want to reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress, also you can listen to my new podcast on Stitcher, Apple, as well as Spotify and iHeartRadio. Thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. Stay tuned. Santé.